What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin miners. More specifically, a publicly traded company that buys Bitcoin miners, mines Bitcoin, and that's their business, right? So it's a very simple business model, but they're up like 40% today, and this is why. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying the content, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out, helps out with the YouTube algorithm, and well, if you hit that notification bell, you'll also get notified when I make more videos like this. So the company I am talking about is called Riot. The ticker symbol Riot, R-I-O-T, very easy. I believe there's another company, M-A-R-A, Marathon Patent Technology, Patent Group, whatever it is. They were up as well. I believe they're also a mining company. I don't know if they pivoted a while back or what. Either way, both of these companies, I believe, both just do Bitcoin mining. Might be wrong, might not be, but either way, today we are going to be talking about why Riot was up 40%. So, Riot, I guess, released a press release yesterday saying that they purchased an additional 15,000 ant miners. I think that's what it is. Basically, mining rigs from a company called Bitmain. I think they're a Chinese-based company, but the point here is they purchased an additional 15,000 Bitcoin-specific mining rigs, ASICs. I think it's like application-specific integrated circuit, something like that. Basically what it is, it's a computer just purpose-built to mine Bitcoin. That's literally all it does. It mines Bitcoin, you get Bitcoin, voila, you have money, I guess, right? Like, it's literally like a money printing press. So they paid $35 million for these, but it's supposed to be increasing their hash rate by 65% or something like that. So it should be a total of 3.8 exahashes, which is, I believe, 3.8 million terahashes. So if you do some simple calculations, you can plug in a rough number into a Bitcoin mining calculator. And via the press release, which I'll put up on the screen now, says that they'll have 37,640 next generation Bitmain ant miners. And if you look into the press release, you can see that, well, some will be about 110 terahashes and some will be 100 terahashes. That's how you get to roughly 3.8 exahashes. But then if you look down a little bit further in the press release, it says that at the capacity of 3.8 exahashes, it will consume approximately 120 megawatts of energy. So if it's consuming 120 megawatts of energy and it's mining at a hash rate of 3.8 exahashes, let's head over to our handy dandy Bitcoin mining calculator. Yeah, we can plug in a hashing power of 3.8 terahashes. So that is 3.8 exahashes is 3.8 million terahashes. So you can see 3.8 million terahashes. Power consumption, what was it? 120 megawatts is 120 million watts. So we can see 120 million watts. And then I have read that they supposedly have a cost per kilowatt of 4.5 cents, which is wild. Now, before we even get into the cost per kilowatt, let's just look at this simple metric right here. Mined per year, 10.93K, which means 10.93 thousand Bitcoins. They have a profit per month of $17 million and a profit per year of $207 million. That's wild. So this means that if all things stay constant, right? If all things stay constant and they're mining, let's just say 10,000 Bitcoins per year at a price of 25,000 per Bitcoin, that's $250 million. $250 million. Now today, being up 40%, that means they were trading at almost a $1 billion market cap. I think they closed the day just under $1 billion market cap. So that means if they're able to mine 10,000 Bitcoins a year, granted, if we look at this calculator, they're mining roughly almost 11,000. They can mine 10,000 Bitcoins per year, and Bitcoin stays at a price of $25,000, which is just under right now. You do the math, 4 years, that's $1 billion. So that means that in 4 years of mining, if they don't increase the number of Bitcoin miners that they have, they will have the underlying Bitcoin value of their market cap. So right now, the reason that the stock jumped 40% today is because, well, when it was 40% lower, it was trading at like, I think it was at like an $800+ million market cap. Assuming that all things stay constant, like I was saying, that means they would hit that 800 some million dollar market cap in less than 4 years. So basically, if you want to think of it in terms of like revenue or just assets that they're sitting on and not even continued mining revenue from mining Bitcoin, they would hit that amount, and then if the Bitcoin price rose or if they mine more Bitcoin, either way, they would surpass their market cap within 3 years if all things stayed constant. So you're looking at them in terms of, I guess, like assets that they're holding. And people are saying that, well, either A, you think Bitcoin's price is gonna go up, and at the very least, if it stays flat, they're just gonna keep mining a little over 10,000 Bitcoins per year. And if the price stays exactly where it is and doesn't even go up, well, within 4 years, the Bitcoin that they own will be worth more than the company. So because of all of this, you see the rise in the price today, and I think longer term price rise. So full disclaimer, I do own Riot. I own 2 call options in my Roth IRA. And through that, I basically effectively have control over 200 shares of the underlying stock. So deep in the money call options, which is what I own, effectively move 1-to-1 with the stock. For every 1 point movement, it's basically $100 because each option contract represents 100 shares. So that's how I've structured what I've done. It allowed me to actually pay a little bit less upfront than if I had bought 200 shares outright. So it probably saved me about $300 or $400. And I still get sort of a 1-to-1 dollar movement with the price. Needless to say, I bought these call options a couple weeks ago. So I'm well into the money right now on these call options. But yeah, this stock is doing very well and will continue to do very well because literally all they do is mine Bitcoin and then hold Bitcoin. So they're gonna not only accumulate more Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin price goes up, it's like a double whammy, right? More Bitcoin and the price going up is just like a twofold increase. So they could become a multi-billion-dollar company if Bitcoin price continues to rise, right? And if they keep buying more Bitcoin miners, it's just this whole, if it goes up, things are looking really well. But even if Bitcoin price drops, the idea is they're gonna keep mining more and more Bitcoin. So as long as they can keep their costs down and don't have crazy electricity costs, this stock could be doing very well 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. So I'm playing it as sort of a speculative play, but either way, that's why they're up today. They purchased an additional 15,000 Bitcoin mining rigs, increasing their hash rate by about 65%, and they're gonna be sitting on a nice pile of Bitcoin a year from now, assuming they can actually mine almost 11,000 Bitcoins per year. And if the price of Bitcoin doubles, triples, quadruples, well, you can just quickly see how the market cap of Riot could quickly rise. It's an easy way to get exposure in something like a Roth IRA or even just a brokerage account if you want to sort of diversify into a mining company rather than just buy Bitcoin itself. Because, well, Riot not only has exposure to the price of Bitcoin, but also the fact that they're gonna keep acquiring more Bitcoin through these mining rates. It's definitely an interesting play and maybe consider in your own portfolio. Either way, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely be doing more videos like this, talking about some investments that I have. Maybe I can try and do it before there's a 40% up move so you guys can learn and sort of get an idea of why I'm even looking at these companies in the first place. Because even before today, with this 15,000 increase in Bitcoin mining rigs, they still had like, I don't know, 16,000 mining rigs. So they were still mining, what, probably 5,000 or 6,000 Bitcoins per year. So it is an interesting business model per se, but yeah, they could be doing very well. And if you're interested, I would say take a look for yourself, come to your own conclusions. But I think I have 2 call options from what I can remember. So it's not a lot, but it is effectively 200 shares of the underlying. I think I bought those call options when it was trading at around $8 a share. So just to give you a point of reference, I bought it a little while ago. That's pretty much gonna be it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, really appreciate it. But Riot, 15,000 more Bitcoin mining rigs. So that's why they're up about 40% today. Anyways, until next time guys, thanks for watching.